Eyeballs and head jokes.
Welcome back to episode 131 of Our Folks in Head
At least you
Jokes.
said it right this time.
So, what happened was, you're seeing this, like,
This is like super
intro,
dry. Get out of
this
here.
dry-ass intro because of the fact that I started recording on my camera.
It was the best intro
And then
in the world.
it was pretty fucking funny. And all of a sudden, for some reason, the
We
shit
still
just
have the
goes into sleep
topics.
mode while we're talking or whatever. And we're into our topic already about WWE. And it just goes, all right, I'm going to go to sleep. And I'm like, but you were recording. And it's like, nah, I'm going to go to sleep anyway. So I go and check. I hit record prior to like starting the podcast. And all of a sudden, it's just like, yeah, nah, you only recorded 14 seconds. And I'm like, what do you mean I only recorded 14 seconds?
That didn't even look like
So-
it was that long.
I mean, it is what it is. Now I can see it's at a minute 14, so at least I know it's recording and I see the blinking light. I don't know how I missed that but last time, whatever. But
Oh man.
yeah, this is where we're at right now. So
this is Eye Pokes and Head Jokes.
Eye Pokes and Head Jokes, episode 131.
For the second time.
So back to the second time, yeah. Back to the
wait.
chat we were having about
before
WWE.
before we even say anything about that, and I know you're gonna get mad, but I don't care. I'm on Twitter right now. I'm scrolling, and apparently it's National Video Game Day, and Impact has to stop retweeting their one game every year.
Nobody gives a fuck. This is another thing. Real quick, shout out and congratulations to the women's national team for the United States winning the World Cup.
Oh yeah,
Back
that's
to
right.
back.
Yeah.
4-time champ. So congratulations, ladies. You guys are the shit. You guys deserve all the monies over the men's, and yeah,
This man's.
I mean over the men's team. Even you, yes, even us. Fuck that.
Yeah,
They
we
whoop
don't.
ass.
You entertain
And-
other people. More than me.
Congratulations. You worked hard, and yeah, deserve it
That's
first
right.
and foremost.
Yeah, because
so-
a kick to the shin is not a joke.
It's not. You want to try?
No, I'd murder somebody before I say yes. Take a shin.
Yeah.
Nah, that's and they do this for fun
Exactly.
and kick a ball for it too.
Yeah.
Nah, I'm all right.
So, back to the WWE discussion we were having prior to our video issue and whatnot. So I was taking issue with a lot of people that talked to me about last week's Raw because now you know that Bischoff and Heyman are
Doing stuff that
respectively,
means nothing.
supposedly, you know,
today.
directing the
It means
Raw and
something.
SmackDown.
Give it a
So
month.
it's supposed. I'll give it a month. That's what I told him.
I'll watch in
So-
a month.
I
do that
was
one.
told to watch Raw because it was supposedly great. I looked into it and I was just like, by the 60-minute mark, I ended up texting you. I'm like, what's so fucking great about this Raw?
Yeah, I was like, why?
And I
How?
couldn't really understand what about it was so great. And I was asking, has it really been this bad the whole time since WrestleMania?
Since
that
we stopped watching.
Yeah, since we stopped watching, pretty much, that a mediocre episode, an average episode of Raw, which pretty much should be the standard of what we're seeing in terms of average,
Yeah.
is that where we're at to the point where an average episode of Raw is looked at as great because it's been so shit for like the last 2-3 months? That's indicative of bad writing, bad production, and just
No, but
overall
it's
bad
pretty.
decisions.
But it's pretty though.
What do you mean it's pretty? No,
you watch
it's
on
not.
TV, it's pretty.
It's not. You know why? Because I'm still not watching that shit in 4K anyway.
This is that's they should be in 4K.
You should be at this point. My thing is
Is it them or is it's them?
it's them and it's the
Yeah.
network too. I'm not gonna only blame it on
Yeah.
them. It's more so network streaming qualities and all that stuff. There's a lot of shit that goes into that. A lot of logistics, and the shit is expensive. Don't blame me for that. Thing is,
Shout
I
out
just
to
think-
Zelina.
I just think we should not be hailing something as great just because everything before it was shit up until this point. Call it what it is. It was a mediocre episode.
I don't think
it's an average episode of Raw. That's what an average episode of Raw should.
It's beyond the average though. It's beyond average. Like it's below average because I don't. It felt like a regular episode from where I left off.
Regular episode. Most people were like, "Oh, but did you not see how Braun Strowman put Bobby Lashley through the thing?" I'm like,
"We've seen this already."
Oh, that was one.
That was in the fourth hour.
That was in the first hour. In the first 10 minutes. So what else do you have to tell me that was great about
the hour?
Somebody was like, "Oh, but Corey Graves said, oh shit," and I'm like, okay.
I say oh shit all the time.
I'm like, he said holy shit, but that's probably because I'm like, they don't know everything that's gonna happen or how it's gonna happen. They didn't have a general idea of what they're gonna talk about. They say react
and you can curse,
he reacted.
Don't go crazy.
And he reacted. So just because somebody says holy shit doesn't mean the episode.
It was holy crap.
No. The episode.
No, it wasn't holy.
It was
just crap.
It was just an average episode. So I don't know what the whole idea was behind. Oh, it was so great. Everybody was going crazy on Twitter. But you know what the funny thing is? Everybody was going crazy on Twitter for only those first 15 minutes. After that, I didn't see shit about Raw being great afterwards.
In those first 15 minutes, they were only going crazy about Corbin saying, oh shit.
Exactly.
Not why he was saying, not who's in charge popping up, nothing. It was because he said, holy shit. I saw no other clips on Twitter. And I'm on Twitter now. I see one clip. I'm sure it's going to be the only clip I see. And I would hope so. It's Zelina Vega.
Okay.
So.
But yeah, that's my little issue with not issue with WWE per se, but one issue with WWE for putting out so much constant shit that an average episode looks godlike to everybody for no reason. And two, issues for everybody else not realizing that this is what happened. And that's why they think this is such a great episode. It's like, this is honestly an eye poke and a fucking head choke at the same time for both WWE and the fans for just like eating this shit up because they think it's hot shit.
This is just better than 2 weeks ago. It's not better
We've seen better shit last year with the whole Roman and Braun Strowman. I'm not done with you yet. That was phenomenal. Way better that was great TV. Everything leading up to WrestleMania, especially with the ladies.
Yeah.
That fucking segment, like when they were all whooping each other's asses like through the cars and everything, that was amazing. That was great television. This wasn't.
We didn't get a holy shit from that, and that was way better than going through LED boards.
But that's my thing with that. That's all I have to say about WWE. So since we're still on WWE, I didn't
watch Raw. I just saw that. You told me, and I was like, I'm not gonna watch it because I didn't blame you. I knew it was bad because I watched SmackDown. And that was an okay show.
I heard SmackDown was average.
Yeah.
I heard it was nothing different.
One thing I do give Heyman and one thing that I think Heyman and Bischoff are going to do, they're going to incorporate more talent.
I'm fine with that.
I told
everybody.
I don't think they're going to be sharing talent the way they were, the way they are in the last 2 years. I think they're going to go back to sharing talent the way they did way back when they were invading Raw and SmackDown.
Yeah. And I'm fine with that.
Regularly in the middle of the year for no reason that was not Survivor Series.
Like I said, I'm giving it a month to see if there's an actual progression of going from shit to actually being better. So I'll give them that much.
I'm sure of it, and I would much rather be lost because that's pretty.
By the way, we're watching Forge and Fire.
Forge and Fire?
Yeah, Forge and Fire on History Channel. It's a blacksmithing competition show, and they got some really nice blades here.
What was I saying? Nice I was saying, what was I saying?
You forgot.
That was your fault.
It's fine. Let's just move on to the fucking Extreme Rules.
I know what I was saying. I was saying that I'll be more happy if when I tune in a month, I'm not gonna know everyone's storyline because there's so many more people being shown. I'd rather that than understanding immediately because they're on both shows. Yeah. And if I don't know in this 10-minute segment on Raw, I can find out on this 10-minute segment on SmackDown. And I'd rather not do that. It's 2 shows for a reason. I like when it's split up the brand. Then there's people over here and there's people over there. And sometimes they get together and fight and you guys make it something. It's not something.
Yeah.
It's not anything anymore. So where are we going from here?
From here, we're going to a quick preview or quick rundown of Extreme Rules. In no particular order. I'm just seeing this as on it. It's on WWE.com.
Wikis. You're not getting my click.
So we have the United States Championship match. Ricochet versus AJ Styles. Should be a good match. He already beat him once on Raw, which actually was a good match. So that I'll give. Oh, that's the other only good thing about Raw, the AJ heel turn. I'm okay with that because we needed that again.
They're back. He's back with the club.
With the club, yeah. After
they
that,
signed for a 5-year deal.
They're stupid. After that, we have
stability.
They're stupid. After that, we
is stupid sometimes.
Yeah, comfortable is stupid.
Comfortability is
it's detrimental sometimes for sure. The next match we have is WWE Cruiserweight Championship match: Drew Gulak versus Tony Nese. Rematch, pretty much for his thing. He never got pinned, so I'm okay with that rematch being done. Then we have the SmackDown Tag Team Championship match.
Oh, that's gonna be a nice match.
Daniel Bryan and Rowan versus Big E and Xavier Woods versus Heavy Machinery. Probably gonna be the match of the night.
Heavy Machinery.
Probably gonna be the match of the night.
I kind of like them now.
I like them. I like them.
Otis is.
I like that. Yeah, I like
Otis. He's such a doof.
I like him.
He's such a doof, and he's just.
But he's athletic as fuck.
What did he say? Steaks and weights.
Yeah, steaks and weights. I'm good with that.
You're right.
I'm good with that.
He was like 7.
He is like a bigger 7.
I'm gonna take 7.
Next, we have the SmackDown Women's Championship match: Bayley versus Alexa Bliss. Should be a good match. They've had some pretty decent matches in the past, so I don't see why not being a good. Alexa, she needs to win, but at the same time, you want to make Bayley a little viable.
Yeah, let Bayley.
So Bayley needs to get that.
Bayley needs to
hold on to that shit for sure.
Her last 2 title runs were not good.
Yeah, they weren't. I
tag title meant nothing, and the one before that.
Yeah, they should have done with the tag titles. What happened with the tag titles? Why aren't they being
Iconic still got
what are they doing?
They walking around with belts on.
Okay. Next we have WWE Championship match: Kofi Kingston versus Samoa Joe, which would probably be one of the better matches of the night as well.
Kofi better keep this. If he keep this,
he gonna keep it.
He has to keep this for more than 6 months.
He gonna keep it. I think they'll at least do that much. They'll do that much. 3 months. Yeah, so they'll have to at least do that.
Oh man, don't do a gender to him.
I don't mind if they go back and forth. If he loses it and wins it back again, and they go back and forth.
I'll be fine love with that. I'm fine with that. Let both of them gather numbers.
Honestly speaking, Samoa Joe deserves the championship at this point as well. So
yeah, I wouldn't be mad if he actually. Yeah, let him. Yeah. Yeah.
At least make them formidable to each other, and they can go back and forth. One, he wins it, and then he goes back and wins it from him, and they go back and forth for like maybe 2-3 months, 2-3 pay-per-view cycles, and just call it a day after that.
If he was still Kofi Kingston from Jamaica.
Oh yeah, he would have get fucking washed.
No. But as far as gimmick goes, I could write the shit out of the Island Boys beef. I could write the shit out of that.
Yeah, that's fair.
That's great.
After that, we have The Undertaker and Roman Reigns versus Shane McMahon and Drew McIntyre.
I don't know where this came from. I wasn't watching. I watched.
Don't care. That's a stupid match.
Did you see on Twitter that they was teasing the Undertaker versus Sting possibility, and everyone's like, "No, Saudi Arabia, no, please don't." I wouldn't mind if Sting got that payout though.
Yeah, 20 years ago.
I don't mind if we do another one.
We're already lingering too long.
I would not watch it, but I would not mind if he
gets a payday. Fine.
That's what I'm saying. I don't care about that.
Then we have the Universal Champion Seth Rollins and Raw Women's Champion Becky Lynch versus Baron Corbin and Lacey Evans. Winner take all mixed tag team championship match, technically, pretty much. Extreme Rules match.
Winner takes all.
I hope you both fucking lose.
Baron and Lacey.
I love Becky.
Baron and Lacey.
I'm kind of starting to like Lacey now. I like that. I like her gimmick. I do.
I've always liked the gimmick. You just didn't see anything to back it up, and you didn't.
I've always. You
didn't like the approach.
Yeah, it was just stupid.
Yeah, the approach was bad.
Cut your teeth and like actually fucking wrestle.
She was judging everybody, but they didn't give her enough time to even look judging.
It was pretty trash.
They didn't give her enough time to look judging. Stupid. Where we going?
Next, we're going to UFC 239.
No, can we go to Impact real fast? I only saw one match. Two matches. Two matches. I only want to talk about that. So TJP is out here. He's given an X Division Open challenge. Yes, he's no longer in WWE
we knew
for months now. And he made his way back to his home, Impact. And he's He's killing it in the X division, just giving out open challenges, not for a title, but a TJP. He's the Impact vet of the X division that's out there. He went against Trey Miguel of the Rascals, Jake Chris of the Chris Brothers, and Willie Mack. Won.
He won.
Mm-hmm.
Good on you,
TJP.
Bro. No, I know he's nice. That's the thing. I know he's one of the better ones.
In that match with those people, like Jake Chris, don't know much about him, but he's part of Ohio versus everyone. So you know about him, you know what he can do.
Yeah.
Trey Miguel, we were supposed to see him on the Indies out here.
We
missed him a couple of times, but from hearing his name and seeing what he could do in Impact with the Rascals, great. 3-man team of little guys. Great. Willie Mack is Willie Mack. And then after that, there was a match, Moose versus RVD.
Gotta do it.
Moose.
Rob Van Dam's still going?
Yeah.
God damn.
Yeah. That's one thing about Impact. They have money for the bets.
I'm okay with that.
They have money for the bets.
And their medical is actually pretty good too.
Yeah.
From the shit I've read and heard through interviews. Yeah.
That's one thing you don't hear about them. Hear bad about them at least.
Yeah.
You don't really hear too much bad about them other than, what are you doing? That little place? That's all you really hear about them.
Yeah.
Don't really want to talk too much about anything else, but LAX Santana did get a little injury during this tag match. It was a triple threat tag team match. The Rascals versus LAX versus the champions, the North, Ethan Page and Josh Alexander. Pretty good match.
Cool.
Just wish he didn't get injured, of course. Rich Swann defeated.
I see what you're doing here.
Should I go?
See what you're doing.
I was only going to go through the championship matches.
Okay, go ahead.
That's it. That's it. Because I wanted to talk about Brian Cage and Michael Elgin.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's like a Rock.
I don't even want to talk about nothing else. That match right there. If you don't watch anything, it's a Rock versus Rock.
Yeah. It's like two Geo dudes two grapplers going up against each other.
Was that the?
No, Gollum is the highest one.
Okay, I don't remember him.
But still,
I thought he was purple. Whatever. I didn't know he was a rock Pokemon. I thought he was a ghost Pokemon like Haunter and shit. Whatever. Let's get out of the Pokemon talk. Because I forgot I know this much.
Continue.
Yeah.
Please.
But that was a really good match. Rich Swann defeated Johnny Impact for the X Division title. I don't know how I feel about not knowing that or watching that match because that was kind of crazy. That should have been whatever. Sami Zayn, other Sami.
Oh, what happened in that match? Callahan versus Blanchard.
I don't know why I didn't get to watch it. I couldn't find it.
So you don't know what happened?
I have no clue.
Okay, so what happened with the other Brian Cage match then?
It was only one Brian Cage match. The Brian Cage.
That's what I meant. Like, what happened with that? Oh, you just felt like mentioning it?
Yeah.
Okay.
I told you I only watched 2 matches.
This is true.
So I heard about the other matches. I've seen some clips from LAX in that match. So strands of hair over there. So now we are going to where? UFC?
Yes, UFC 239. We're going to talk about 3 matches. It was pretty fast. 2 of them were pretty fast. So
I just saw one today.
The whole world pretty much got hit with the fastest knockout in UFC history.
He ran up his face and down his back.
George Masvidal. Yeah, George Masvidal versus Ben Askren, which Ben Askren is actually good. He's actually good, but
dude just came at him too fast.
Bro.
He said ding ding ding.
Like
school's in.
Yo. School's in. Facts. Straight up 5 seconds. And I'm watching I get the fucking notification and I'm like,
match is over.
I'm like,
match
5
started,
seconds.
Match is
It should just start. I'm like, what? I look it up on Bleacher Report.
That was a swift.
Did it break up?
Everything straight through. I want one of those just for my house.
Ooh.
If that falls, if it just goes like this.
Wait, it went through all the coconuts?
No, not the coconuts. It was the straps.
Rope cuts. Strap cuts, yeah.
If that falls on your foot like this, just your toes
dead. Gone.
No.
Yeah, he hit him with a
this is crazy.
Fucking running knee right from the get. right to the head. And the poor man
thought he knocked himself out.
Fell. Yeah, it kind of looked that way. It didn't look like he knocked him out. But when you see he was just completely out.
It didn't look like he caught the floor right at nothing, but he ran up him and down his...
he just like tumbled him over and he was just out. And I was like, what the fuck? Like, a lot of people, I guess a lot of people expect when you run out like that, like you're going to swing.
Yeah.
And that's why he went down. But he went down and met the knee right in his, like, I don't know if it hit his side of the head or the
side temple.
It just looked so fast that you really couldn't tell. That's telling, isn't it? Because I just got a buzz.
It might be, yeah.
But yeah, that 5-second knockout, fastest in history. So, like, it's a great fucking thing to see. Dude had to go to the hospital afterwards. I mean, getting a knee like that to the face, like, and then getting punched twice in the face afterwards. After you're already knocked out. If I give you
a knee like that, I'm going to the hospispittal.
For your knee?
Yeah. Yes. That was
But it was fucking nuts. Everybody was just like, dude, what the fuck? So after that, we had the women's bantamweight championship match, co-main event. We had Amanda Nunes defeating Holly Holm in the first round with a fucking kick to the head. And, like, again, fast fight. Amanda Nunes, again, proves why she's the beast and probably one of the best fighters ever to grace UFC, men's or women's. Don't get me wrong. Look, I love DJ. John Jones is a fucking beast. Cormier is a beast. Like, all these people, like, you know, even Silva back in the day was a beast. But, like, when you see how Amanda Nunes just fucking dominates people. And this is the thing. Holly Holm had a good match versus her. Like, she was having a good match. She was, like, anticipating her. She was fighting her. Like, even, like, you know, putting Amanda Nunes on her heels here and there.
Yeah.
But Amanda Nunes being Amanda Nunes, man, like, the lioness, she just does not quit. And she even said herself, she's like, I wanted to knock her out with her own move. But she fucking dropped her with a head kick and just pounded on her face, and that was it. That was done. And it's like,
but she knew what to do. She said, like, I did this because I knew
what she was gonna do. Exactly.
I know how she moves to set up moves.
Exactly what she was gonna do, and that's a fucking fighter right there, yo. What did you cheese?
He said it's accurate as fuck. He's not even mad.
Well, facts.
That's a dream. Speaking about interviews, right? I was looking at the interview with Marty.
That's accurate as fuck. Not even mad.
No one told me my tissue was sticking out of my hat.
You had a tissue in your hat?
Yes.
I didn't even notice that. I released that in 4K on top of that, so...
I'm mad I said it while we record. Yeah, no one tells me nothing.
Now everybody's gonna fucking look for
I don't even care now. I want everybody to see now. No one tells me. My nephew doesn't tell me. You don't tell me.
I didn't notice. I just noticed the fucking
Marty
ass
didn't
hat.
Tell me. Marty.
I just noticed the fucking ass hat at the top of the fucking stairs, looking down on the interview. I'm looking at him like, fucking move. And he's just like...
I watched this interview like 5 times, even before you sent it to me, before you sent it on YouTube. Mm-hmm. I watched it. I'm like, why won't he move?
You clearly see, like, we
need a laser. Treat him like a damn cat.
I have a laser. We'll do that next time.
Make sure it's just not too powerful.
Yeah, I know. I don't want to get
New York
cops.
rules.
Yeah, I know. Then... After that, we have the John Jones versus Thiago Santos.
Man,
heavyweight championship.
His leg was messed up this whole match.
To see it.
His leg was messed up this whole match.
He had surgery before the
like when?
Fairly fucking close.
Last week.
I don't know, but
he was on it like he couldn't. It looked already like slightly inflamed. Not too much.
He probably just had fucking surgery.
Not too much, but slightly like it was.
I just read today that he had surgery.
It wasn't red, but you can see that it was kind of puffy. So he was using that shit. It's a fucking animal. He's using his leg that he had surgery on, kicking the shit out of him.
So John Jones won it on split decision, right? Yeah. Split decision, yeah.
First round was kind of dudes. It was kind of his round.
Thiago Santos?
Yeah, it was kind of his round. With the leg kicks, you see John didn't look like he was...
Yeah, I heard it wasn't a good fight for him.
No, it wasn't.
Was he on coke again?
Man, no, he would have been up. He would have been... No, he didn't have he didn't have that much energy.
Oh.
So no, he wasn't.
Maybe it was just a bad training camp. Or maybe he underestimated the opponent. It happens.
Maybe because he couldn't get in.
I mean, he got the win.
That counts
on a split decision. So
yeah,
hey,
it matters.
Whatever.
The win matters. The W counts.
So that was UFC 239. That's all. I mean, there was more to that, but I didn't see everything.
I didn't watch every match we just talked about until today.
So let's just get into the G1 climax results for night 1 A block.
When is night 2?
B block is like
Saturday?
I think B block is like tomorrow or Wednesday.
So
because they gotta go back to New York and back to New York. They gotta go back to Tokyo.
This is gonna be
Japan, whatever. Yeah,
they gotta go back to that place that they work. Right?
So I'm not gonna even care about like the tag matches, honestly speaking, because I honestly don't
We're not
care.
talking about those.
It's about the block matches. So we had Will Ospreay versus Lance Archer, and holy shit, that was a match. Will Ospreay came close a couple times, but I did not realize how much of a beast Lance Archer was for some reason.
How? He's huge.
He's 6'10". I did not notice that.
He was always running through the crowd,
I don't think
spitting water and throwing water.
I don't think I just ever paid attention.
I don't think you couldn't have.
And once you just see him next to Will Ospreay, I was just like,
he hasn't been in a G1 in 5 years. He hasn't been in could be. I think I'm wrong, but I don't feel like I am. So I'm gonna keep talking.
He legit just pinned them to the floor with the claw.
The claw, but
like, what the fuck, man?
Ridiculous.
It was a great match.
Yeah.
Amazing match.
What did you text me?
It was probably the match of the night. What? No, I texted you something else.
You text me that it was already better than anything with Seth and Baron Corbin.
Did I?
Was that you? I feel like that was you. You text me that. I know I got that. I don't know how I feel about that. Like that, we probably do. No. No, you text me that. You had some. I don't know. Somebody text me that shit. I feel like it was you. I don't feel like I was talking wrestling with anybody else.
I don't.
And that was before we talked about. That had to be before we talked about.
I just told. I hit you with the.
Well, maybe
that Sonata and Zack Sabre Jr. match was nuts. That's when I hit you up about that.
Okay, so somebody must have said that to me. Somebody must have mentioned that.
But that was a.
Am I reading Twitter shit?
Probably.
Out loud?
Probably.
In your voice?
Yeah, probably. So next we had Evil versus Bad Luck Fale.
He's making fart sounds.
It was a good match, and it was very physical as we thought it would be. And Bad Luck Fale came out on top. So. I picked Evil, but you know,
Fale my guy.
Good on you. You did great.
So he had 6 DQs last year in the G1.
He did. You're right. He didn't give a fuck. So maybe this time he takes it a little bit more serious. See if he's like and honestly he'll be a force to be reckoned with if like he doesn't go through that whole serious DQ shit
and didn't care about his image, but cared more about wrestling and winning matches. Yes, he would be a force, but that's not the force that he is in Bullet Club. So.
And for an 11-minute match too.
Oh, that's it?
Yeah.
That was a lot.
It was a lot in 11 minutes. Man.
Yeah.
It was a lot. It was. And it was a great match.
That's great selling.
Next week. Oh, shit. Yeah. Next we had Sonata versus Zack Sabre Jr. Honestly, for me, that match was the shit. That's the one I texted you about immediately. I was like, this match, yo, back and forth. The transition wrestling between both of them was beautiful. It was so much fun to watch. And there's nothing else I could say. Sonata got the win, like I said.
Somebody has said that Zack Sabre Jr. is just not...
Zack Sabre Jr., of course, had a tantrum and started like choking out the fucking young lions and shit.
He's Suzuki.
Yeah. He's Suzuki. He's a British Suzuki. You're right.
That's why he's part of Suzuki. Yeah. Like thinking about it, like he does the same. Like he would. It's like, oh, look at him, back in the ring. We're looking at Sonata. We're like, he's so chill.
That was a 21-minute match, and it was a great 21-minute.
Oh match. Yeah,
it was well worth watching.
It's like a whole minute of no action.
Yeah,
if that much.
Yep.
That's a lot. A minute is a lot.
After that, we had Kota Ibushi versus Kenta, who Kenta picked up the win.
That slap that he gave Kota in the beginning.
Fucking hell.
And then the slap that he took was even worse.
Yeah, it was just as physical as we thought it was going to be. I feel like
it was the cup.
It was just as hard hitting.
Slap somebody in the air and the edge up.
You got to get your fucking nephew with that shit.
I'm going to catch him.
Yeah, just randomly. catch him. Don't even
We're
warn
gonna
him.
go to the pool.
You gotta get that shit on camera though. That should be hilarious. But no, it was just as physical as we thought it would be.
Yeah.
And it's one of those things where did Kenta need to win?
Yes.
No, I wouldn't say he did. But does this help his case for honestly best match I've seen from him in the last
4 years,
4 or 5 years?
I know.
Not to take away from him in NXT, the great matches he had, but he was also injured quite a lot while he was at NXT and everything. I think he had 2 shoulder surgeries at one point. So, it's good to see him.
A shoulder and a knee or something like that.
I know it was like.
I know it's you can see the scar.
You can see the scar on him.
Kevin Kelly mentioned the scar.
He did. So good on you, man. They both had a great match. Hard hitting as
He needed to win. I feel like he needed to win.
I mean, okay, to put him on the map again, yeah, fair enough.
Yeah. Or if he doesn't,
I just think there were enough opponents in this block for him to get wins from anyone in this block either way.
Yeah, but as far as your first match, you have to win your first match. They should have put him against somebody else.
Or like you said, a draw.
Yeah, the draw would have been fine.
I would have been fine with that. Because it's a 30-minute time limit too.
It can't.
They were beasts. Both of them were fucking savage. We know what to expect from Kota, but seeing Kenta in his natural environment in terms of New Japan and shit, Japanese wrestling, it's fun to watch.
Shibata was out there watching from the far back.
Yep. And then after that, we had the last match of the tournament. Okada versus Tanahashi. You didn't watch that match? It was good.
I did watch. So I watched it twice.
I mean, we've seen this match a lot.
That's why I didn't watch the first time. We haven't seen this match a lot,
but this match was really.
It was really good. I was watching it while I was still in the middle of doing some other shit. So the first time I had a chance to watch it, I was watching with everything. I turned it off because I'm like, I don't want to watch it. I've seen it already.
Yeah.
And then I said, you know what? Let me watch what I didn't see already because I tried to watch it in real time, and New Japan was congested. So I was just like, okay, I'll watch.
I would have given you my sling thing.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I was like, oh, well, we're going to find this out.
But it was on Access TV, that's all.
That too. I was like, I'm just going to watch illegally. That's all right.
So yeah, we have Lance Archer, Bad Luck Fale, Sonata, Kenta, and Okada leading with 2 points so far. So that's where we're at. Everybody else has 0. B block should be coming up sometime this week.
How long would this be if it was just one big ass bracket?
You don't want to know.
The month. This is already a month. No,
I mean, it is a month long.
Sheesh.
So next we got AEW's Fight for the Fallen this weekend, which I completely forgot about. So we're just gonna get into the pre-show, the buy-in. We have Darby Allin, Joey Janela, and Jimmy Havoc. Pretty much a fucking team of hardcore ass motherfuckers that don't give a shit and have reckless abandonment for everybody else's lives.
Death matchers. That's what I'm calling them. I'm calling them death matchers.
The death team or whatever, the kill squad, whatever you want to call them.
That's a hardcore match.
Versus Sean Spears, Sammy G, and MJF. Which kind of makes no sense for me because MJF is beefing with Sean Spears right now. So I hope MJF does some shady shit to
I don't know how
Sean Spears.
Oh yes, it's definitely gonna happen. Oh my God. It's a poker.
What did I pick? God damn.
You see how thick that shit is?
It's just slicing through it like butter.
Ooh. I want to say.
I think what did we pick? We picked the Copious?
I feel like it's over.
No, it's not the Copious.
I feel like this is a whole new episode.
No, it's the same episode.
Is it?
Yeah. It's not continuous. I have to keep going.
That hit bone.
Yeah.
Well, you heard.
So what they do is they build a small. They give them a specification of a blade to do at the beginning to weed out the other two that can't do as good, and then they give them an actual sword that they either spear, sword, axe, or whatever that they have to recreate. It
was just on a bow and arrow shooter or whatever the hell that is.
No,
I felt like that's what it was.
No.
It was just 3 of them. Just.
So this is another strap test. This is all the same episode, but this is they went home to do it at their home fortress.
I got that. I've seen this before.
This is the new stuff. Anyways, after that we have Jericho appearing at Jacksonville. He's gonna talk mad shit. We know this.
I don't know why I just saw Jeff Jarrett in my head when you said Jericho. I don't know why.
We also have Dream Tag Team match, as they put it. The Young Bucks versus Cody and Dustin Rhodes. So should be interesting. Should be good.
They can be the Rhodes now. Well, Cody can be the Rhodes.
Yeah.
He's not piggybacking off of Brandy's name anymore. That's so dope, though. Like, now that he can actually do it.
Yeah. Then we have Kenny Omega versus Shima, which should be a good match. Honestly, that should be a really good match. Like, Shima's old school. Shima's a beast. So,
and he's barely.
We know what they're both capable of.
Yeah, he's kind of unorthodox, old school ish.
Yeah. Yeah.
And he's all over the place.
But he's a hard hitting, New Japan dude. So, not New Japan, but Japanese. They're just fucking good beasts.
Yeah.
Then we have Hangman Page versus Kip Sabian. That's how you say it, right? Sabian? I don't fucking know. You have an I before the A. That's how I'm going to pronounce it.
Sabian. Okay.
Sabian, yeah. And then we have Brandy Rhodes versus Ali. We saw the promo before.
How do you feel about that?
It was a good promo.
You just said, "Oh my god, her eyes are huge."
Her eyes are fucking huge. I never noticed until the promo.
I could not unsee that.
Yeah,
I couldn't unsee that. I'm just looking. I'm like,
has huge.
Like, you're cheating now.
I
You're
heard
just
that she's 36. I was just like, what? Honestly, she doesn't look
she
a day
looks
over 26.
21.
For me, I would be more realistic. I'll say 26. You look like you're 26.
You look
36.
years,
You look fucking amazing. Like, damn, you look amazing. Should be an interesting card. I feel like this is gonna be another one, like a preview of how their shows are gonna be, from the match card that we have here. And
being that there's still
is this one free or no? This one's not free.
I feel like it is. It might be. I could be wrong.
I we'll
think
see.
I saw that somewhere.
If it is, oh no, it is. I think I remember seeing that on Twitter. So yeah, I think just check on how to watch.
Well, it has all this down here, so yeah, saying that you
it
can
says
watch.
On BR Live. It doesn't say if it's free, but hey, if it is, it is. If it isn't, then I feel like it is. I feel like I remember seeing that it's free.
They haven't talked about the way they were selling it, so it should be free.
Yeah, it might be free. Yeah,
it should be free.
It probably is free.
Just like with Fighter Fest, this event will stream live for free on BR Live app.
So BR Live,
sign up for that free app now.
You're watching a free pay-per-view / like show preview of like what the show's gonna actually be like. Yeah. So just watch it. Fuck it. Why not?
Yeah.
And I think that's it. I think that's all we got. Honestly.
Don't
do that shit. Don't.
No, you didn't.
We're fucking done.
You didn't. You didn't even. Did you mention the SoCal match?
There was no SoCal match.
Okay, well, I have a SoCal match versus the Lucha Bro.
Should be good.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Private party should be. Nah, too soon.
Not yet. Bring them back out when the shit starts. But yeah,
they better not be in Too Much Money Battle Royal, whatever it's called.
I don't care. At this point, okay. Have them at All Out. They should.
That's what I mean. Yeah, they should be, but I don't want them being over the budget Battle Royal. I'm still mad. I'm still mad till she was in my damn hat and nobody told me.
I didn't see
it. It was there, and I put it there.
Like I said,
but I put to the side, and I'm looking. I'm like,
I didn't even notice that. Now I'm gonna have to go back and look at it because you said that.
Because it just looks.
Whatever.
You just see this, and this is tan, and then it's like. You don't really notice that.
Thanks again, Marty Bell, for the interview.
Thank you. You're amazing.
You're fucking awesome.
Yes.
And, we'd love to have you on the show sometime or for another interview whenever you're back in the New York area. So thanks again for that. We really appreciate it. And people kind of love you. They're like, oh, shit, you got to interview Marty Bell.
Like, yeah.
So,
no, I didn't say
and
that.
in 4K,
yes,
so amazing. Fucking A. But yeah, she's fucking awesome. So... with that being said, that's the end of the episode. Thank you for watching. You can follow us on Twitter at Pokes and Chokes, on Instagram. What? Well, don't you fucking do it. At Instagram, Pokes Chokes Podcast. Myself on Twitter because I always skip that for some reason now. _ Mr. Alex 25 _ the guy on my left looking at his phone trying to talk about more shit.
I'm not trying to do nothing. NU _ KEW LA.
Facebook.com / Pokes and Chokes, Patreon.com / Pokes and Chokes if you want to help with
fundings.
Also, Threadless and
Redbubble, which
Redbubble. There you go. My bad. I've been saying it forever. Also, you could listen to us on Apple Music or Apple Music Podcast, Spotify,
you're right over there.
Google Play or Google Music, whatever the fuck it's called. Stitcher. And on Transistor FM.
Podcast app on iTunes.
I just said, that's the first thing I said.
You said the podcast app?
Yeah, I said iTunes or Apple Podcasts, whichever you prefer.
I'm mad that's a thing now.
If you could
Apple
leave
Podcasts.
Google Podcasts actually has a thing too. Google Podcasts, if you use that, if you could leave a 5-star review,
Google our
just for fun,
podcast too.
it's more so for algorithm and finding our shit on iTunes, so
Google,
it reaches more people.
And
so
then click the first thing that you want to click.
5 stars, and you can put whatever you want. You could say I like coconuts, and we'll be like.
And I'm gonna say I'm gonna give you coconuts. I could be lying, but I might try.
Yeah. So with that, we'll see you guys next week with our reviews.
Coconut flavored icy.
I got coconut flavored.
A coquito from outside.
Peace.
Fucking God. There was nothing else to say.